Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I feel inspired. I do. I feel inspired to almost do the work for Sony. Sony, if you're watching this video, which I very much doubt, but if you are, hire your boy because I have years and numerous projects for you to greenlight. Just pay me and we can call it even because I'm here to give you a buy or sell scenario on a Sinister Six movie. Now, Lord only knows that Sony has been trying so hard for years to do a Sinister Six movie. They tried to do it, set it up in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movies. They're even still, at this very moment, trying to create a Sinister Six with their Sony-verse, and boy, does that look like shit. So I decided, look, I can't undo what's already been done, so let me try to make the best out of what we have, right? Let me try to make sense of what we have right now. So the Sinister Six, if you don't know from the comic books, 6 of Spider-Man's villains come together to form the Sinister Six because they figured, hey, we've gotten our asses kicked by Spider-Man countless times individually, so let's come together and let's cause some mayhem, let's cause some destruction that Spider-Man just doesn't know how to deal with by himself. And so when you look at the landscape of villains that we've had, I don't want to undo some of the villains and their progress and their outcomes for what happened to them after Spider-Man No Way Home. Right? Spider-Man No Way Home, it successfully cured several villains like the Lizard and Sandman and Electro and Dr. Octopus and Green Goblin. So I don't want to just be like, hey, let's undo that just for the sake of this movie. No, that was very important to have that movie end and have those villains have happy endings. So let's go off with what we have so far. Michael Keaton's Vulture. Now, I'm nervous for how Sony is going to handle Michael Keaton's Vulture because he was so interesting. He was so complex. He was so threatening and scary at times after Spider-Man Homecoming. And then at the end of Morbius, I don't want that. So Michael Keaton's Vulture, he should be the leader because he already has been the leader of a villain team group like in Homecoming. And we might have to rework and tweak reasons for why he's doing this because he wasn't necessarily an evil person where we last left him, but we can finagle something. We can try to make it work. Jared Leto's Morbius. Oh, this is something that I am so reluctantly doing. I don't want to have Jared Leto's Morbius here. I don't want to acknowledge it. But the problem is that the movie is real. The movie happened. The movie exists. And fuck. So I guess Jared Leto's Morbius is going to be here. Does really anything that happened in this movie matter as far as continuity-wise? No. We're just going to have him present just because. Scorpion. Now, Scorpion was a side character that was in Spider-Man Homecoming. He wasn't Scorpion yet. He was just a villain that Michael Keaton's Vulture happened to meet. And then also in that post-credit scene where Vulture was in the prison, he was talking to the guy that would go on to become Scorpion. So I think let's pay that off. Whether we bring that actor back or whatever you want to do, let's just have Scorpion be Scorpion because at least he was set up. And also Bokeem Woodbine's Shocker. We had the Shocker as a very side villain in Homecoming along with Vulture, and he got some cool stuff to do, I guess. And I like Bokeem Woodbine. I don't think the character died or anything, right? He just kind of got knocked out and I presume sent to jail. So why not bring Shocker back? Let him get to do some more cool things because I thought Shocker maybe a little underrated. He does have a cool ability that I always thought was unique and different, especially in the cartoons. Now, you want to talk about controversial. Paul Giamatti's Rhino. And I know. I'm not even sure Paul Giamatti wants to come back and play the Rhino character, especially with his Russian accent. I know people were annoyed of his accent, and I kind of was too. But if we can maybe tone down the Russianness. Maybe if we can tone down how over the top he was. Even if he doesn't want to come back physically and do it, if he's willing to take a paycheck and just do the voiceover, all we need is just that rhino costume or that rhino mechanical robotic suit and just use Giamatti's voice. And there you go. He's just a member of the group. He doesn't have to do anything too substantial or do anything too big. He's just there. He's present, and he'll be a powerhouse. Last but not least, I initially was going to say Chameleon because I kind of want to see Chameleon in a live action movie, but I want to save Chameleon for a different film. I don't want to just throw him in here because what more can he do besides just pretend to be certain people? So I scrapped that and I said, let's bring back the Lizard. But didn't I just say at the beginning of this that I don't want to undo No Way Home and how they cured the Lizard? Yes, it's very true. But that's Rhys Ifans' Lizard from the Amazing Spider-Man Andrew Garfield movies. I'm talking about let's bring in Dylan Baker's Lizard from the Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. Dylan Baker played Dr. Connors, his teacher in college, from the second and third films. And it was supposedly building up to a future film where Dylan Baker was going to become the Lizard. We never got that. We never saw that. And so let's just pay that off. Let's just bring back that actor and let's show him become the Lizard. This time, his Lizard can have a snout. God damn it, because I do not like the way that the other Lizard looks in the movies. I want him to have the Lizard snout. And I also want him to keep his lab coat, his doctor coat jacket, his scientific jacket that Lizard usually wears in the comics and cartoons. I know this sounds like nitpicky, but it's the only way that I can finally get what I want in live action. And we need a villain that's connected to the Tobey Maguire movies in some way, form, or fashion, because you may be wondering, well, all right, there's your Sinister Six. All right, that's an interesting lineup. But which Spider-Man fights them? And I know that Spider-Man has done this in the comic book, so there has been stories where Spider-Man has to fight all of them by himself. Or maybe he has help, but it's from various characters along the way. But why not make this the movie that I think people were asking for after seeing Spider-Man No Way Home? After Spider-Man No Way Home, people were saying, we want another team-up movie with Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield. We want another film where they all come together and team up once again. So why not let Sinister Six be that film? Let Sinister Six be the movie where all three Spider-Men come back together. And now how are you going to explain the multiversal stuff? Marvel Phase 4, 5, and 6 have all said it's the multiverse saga. So if we can get these movies to happen and come out during these next couple years, it doesn't really matter how you do it, right? Multiverse is just a thing currently right now. So we can finagle, we can make it happen. Do we get another spell? I don't know, but we get all three Spider-Men together. And if you're wondering, well, it's still 3 versus 6. Is that even? Is that fair? I don't want to go too crazy. I could go like fucking bonkers and be like, yeah, let's bring in Spider-Man 2099. Let's bring in Spider-Man Noir. Let's bring in Spider-Ham. And then it will be 6 on 6. But let's not get too crazy. I think Spider-Ham, even Spider-Man Noir, might be a little too much. Spider-Man 2099, though, I think you could make that work. He is a badass character, and he is Hispanic, a Spanish Spider-Man. That's not Miles Morales. I think that would be very cool because once again, I don't want to rush Miles Morales. It would be cool to have him a part of this, but I want him to get a solo origin movie first and build him up as a solo character first before we just half-assedly throw his origin in this, and we only spend like 10 minutes at the most on it. So save Miles. Maybe we bring in Spider-Gwen. Maybe we bring back Emma Stone from an alternate universe because maybe whichever Spider-Man is trying to look for the other Spider-Man, he's trying to find them to reunite them and do the team. We come across Emma Stone. If Emma Stone's down, if she's willing to do it, Emma Stone as Spider-Gwen would be so fucking badass. It would be so cool. It doesn't hurt to have a female spider character on the team either. And you could have some great moments, some great dynamics, some sad moments too, but also maybe some healing for the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man character, that he gets to see Gwen Stacy again, Emma Stone again. It's not his Gwen Stacy, but still he gets to talk to her. He gets to have a moment. And I don't know. I don't know how Sony would turn down this pitch, given the type of movies that they're greenlighting and that they're just pumping money into. If you want to pump some money into something, let's pump some money into something that will actually work, that will actually get your ass an audience in theater. So guys, let me know in the comments below, would you buy or sell my Sinister Six with all of these characters, an excuse to have a team up of the 3 Spider-Man along with Spider-Gwen, hopefully, maybe. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.